welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 9th through September the Let me see. Through September the 15th. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for all the wonderful sentiments and for your patience and your support and loyalty during this really difficult time. As most of you know, my brother passed away last week, so I just needed some time, alone in solitude to kind of contemplate my feelings around that. So I really, really appreciate you. And these readings are dedicated to my brother Michael. I know he would have said, get on with it, So that's what I'm doing. It doesn't mean I don't get sad at times, but the show must go on. And anyway, these readings are for the collective, guys. So take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're new, welcome. I really hope you enjoy these readings and that you come back. If you would like a personal, more tailored reading, you may click on this link here or go to my website. And all the links for everything is in the show more section below, the description box. I will have links to the other videos in there because this is for your sun, moon and rising. So check out the other videos. And I also have a Facebook group that's closed, and the link to that will be there. And every other week I do a live feed just for that group, and we talk. I look at the aspects and how usually it's a full moon and a new moon. That's how I do it every 2 weeks, and we look at your sign and how you will be impacted by that celestial sky at the time. And I also do, answer questions with the tarot, so that we have fun in that group. So, join the group. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and please like, share and comment on my videos. I'd really appreciate that. Now my videos come in 3 sections: the intro, which is this, then the astrological reading, and then the tarot. And there are skip times for each section in the show more section below, so you'll be able to skip, especially if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising. And another way to support this channel is through Patreon, and I really want to thank my patrons. I really appreciate you. Thank you for believing in me and supporting me. And I especially want to thank Hilary Smith, has been so generous and so kind during this time, and Joe Lamar. He's also been extremely generous and kind and checking in on me, and Beth, thank you so much. Beth has been extremely generous and caring and kind. So everyone's been very kind. I'm very, very fortunate to have such wonderful and incredible people in my life, and I'm really thankful for that from the bottom of my heart. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology section, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrological portion of your reading for the week of September the 9th through the 15th. And what a dynamic celestial sky we have this week. It is incredible. At the beginning of the week, we start off with a stellium of planets in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. It's a mutable sign, which means it's kind of flexible and, it sways, it moves here and moves there. There are 4 planets in Virgo at the beginning of the week. By the end of the week, 2 of those planets will move into Libra. So that will be Mercury and Venus. So they move from this very kind of heavy, grounded earth sign into a very light intellectual air sign. But more about that later, because the big news this week is the full moon in Pisces on the 13th or 14th of September, which is the Friday or Saturday, depending on where you are on the planet. Now, the full moon, as most of you know, is when the sun is opposite the moon. In fact, it is the sun that is reflecting on the moon that gives the moon the light. The moon doesn't have any light of its own per se. It just reflects the moon, the light from the sun. So a full moon is the completion of the lunar cycle. So it is the culmination of the cycle. It's a time, it's the crescendo, if you will. It rules our emotions. So we're very affected by the moon, and it's very close to the Earth. It's the closest planet to the Earth, so we definitely feel that. And it's a very fast-moving planet. That's why they say, you know, Cancerians are ruled by the moon, right? And that, you know, they call them moody because the moon, you know, moves very fast, faster than any other planet. So they go through moods quickly. Now, the full moon is a really good time to let go, to slough off your emotions, to forgive yourself, forgive others, to let go of something that needs to go, to allow that to move away, to just let it go. Sometimes it's good to look at what we started at the new moon and see how far we've come. Has it completed? Whatever we planned or started at the first moon, at the new moon, I mean, can come to a culmination at the full moon. Now, on Friday, the 13th, this is before the full moon in Pisces. And I just want to mention, right, so the moon is in Pisces and the sun is in Virgo. Virgo, as I said before, is this grounding, mutable energy. And Pisces is a mutable energy also. It's watery. It's the most sensitive of all signs. It's the oldest sign in the zodiac. It is a completion of the zodiac, if you will. So where Virgo is very practical and grounding and analytical and, you know, problem solving, Pisces is kind of very ethereal. There's a connection with the ethereal realm. It's like having one foot in the ethereal realm and one foot on the ground, right? And Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is actually next to this moon at the time. So the thing about Neptune is this is a really spiritual and what do I want to say? Psychic, intuitive full moon. This is when we tap into our intuition. You know, it's where logic and intuition come into play. It's almost like the head and the heart come together, and you can really make intelligent decisions. It's really a wonderful time for meditation, for connecting with the higher realm. Not only that, okay, so I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. So Mercury is, so on Friday before Mercury and Venus move into Libra, they are together in Virgo, what we call conjunct. And their energies are melding, right? And they are, you know, Venus is about relationships, and Mercury is about conversation. It's about communication. This is a communicating full moon. It is an intuitive full moon. It's so powerful. This is really important. This is an incredible time. It's almost like epiphanies can happen during this time, because the sun is also on that same day, on Friday, actually at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the sun trines Pluto. Now, 333, means the angels and the ascended masters are surrounding you, right? And this is so what's happening. The sun, the creator, right? Godlike. And you've got Pluto from the underworld, but really, a power. It's a power dynamic. This is strong and powerful. And it's in a trine is a beautiful relationship. So this is a wonderful opportunity to be empowered, to look at your own personal power, to go within, to seek guidance from the ethereal realm, from spirit, from the angels, to connect with them. I mean, this is just it's so incredible. Now, when when this full moon happens, right, we have all of this, what I like to call a cosmic soup happening. We have this, what we call a T-square in astrology, and this means that it's like a very kind of wide triangle, if you will, from the full moon to Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is about expansion. It's about, spirituality. It's about the higher realms. It's higher learning, right? And it's in a contentious relationship with the moon and the sun at the same time. Now, squares are kind of motivators, right? They're contentious, but there's a breaking point, right, where they break apart, and then something wonderful comes out of it. So squares are motivators. They're not really, they're not a bad aspect. They are, as I said before, motivators. So this is a really okay, so I get really excited. This is a really wonderful opportunity to connect with spirit, to go within, to look at what has empowered you in the past and what you need to do going forward. This is kind of epiphanies where you could be doing something and say, wow, you know what? This isn't working for me anymore. It's almost like there's major life-changing decisions for a lot of people, and people will make it. Will make those life-changing decisions. It's about being empowered. It's about doing what's right for you, what's right for everyone, because what's right for you is right for everyone. Now, you must be careful not to let the ego get in. So it's really important to meditate. It's really important to hear. Prayer is talking to God. Meditation is listening. So all you have to do is to make sure that your pride and ego don't get in the way, and that you humbly go within and search for what's right for you. I mean, this is just such a powerful full moon. It's exciting. Now, Venus, Mercury moves into Libra about 3:15 in the afternoon. And I also want to mention that what's interesting at this full moon is Mercury rules Virgo. And so that's together in the sign with the sun. So this is what's interesting is, right, the ruler of Virgo is next to the sun, and the ruler of Pisces is next to the moon. This makes it even more powerful and stronger. And we will look, Pisces and Neptune is about creativity on the higher scale, right? It's creativity, it's illusion, it's like tapping into the ethereal realm. And on the downside, it can be delusion, it can be foggy, it can take you in daydreams, and it's very difficult to get focused sometimes. Like, I've had to pull myself together. When Neptune is at play, it's you can have a lifetime in a couple of hours, and it's important not to kind of you can get melancholy at this time, and you can get a little sad, and perhaps, especially when the squares are happening, you can get a little fearful. But you have Mars opposite Neptune too, so that kind of gives you, Mars and the Sun, it gives you that kind of energy that you want to get up and you want to do something, and you want. But what's interesting is Pisces is relaxed and chill and contemplate and be creative, and Mars and the Sun is like action and creativity and excitement and fast energy. So you have this push-pull. It's important to remain balanced during this time. And what is lovely is that Venus moves into its home sign of Libra, right? A bit later on that day, after Mercury moves into Libra. And Mercury is about, balance. Mercury is about the intellect, thought process, and communication. And Libra is about balance and diplomacy. And so, your communications become a lot more kind of calmer and balanced and harmonious. And Venus moves into Libra, and that's Venus's home sign. She's very refined in Libra. She's intellectual. She likes to express herself through poetry and music and art. So we will feel that wonderful expression of poetry and art and music. Will get that incredible appreciation for that. And actually, that's a really great way to channel that energy. And if you're a writer or you're into the visual arts, this is perfect energy for you to move forward. But all in all, this really powerful full moon, prepare for it. Do a full moon ritual, charge your crystals. Do a ritual, meditate during it. I'm going to go out and I will meditate in the outdoors under this moon. I will moon bathe and I will meditate under this full moon, because we are going to make such amazing connections during this time. Thank you, guys. Let's go to your tarot reading, shall we? Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading, the tarot card section of your reading for September the 9th through September the 15th. What wonderful gifts, guidance, and helpful information can you give Sagittarius for this coming week? Okay. 3 cards for Sagittarius, please. 3 cards for Sagittarius. Oof, 1. 2 more cards. Oh, there's the 2 more cards. Okay, these are clarifying cards for Sagittarius. Clarifying cards for Sagittarius. Wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Sagittarius through these clarifying cards? Please clarify. Oh, there it is. Please clarify. Oh, there are 2 here. Oh, there, darling, there's definitely crossover. Check out your sun, moon, and rising, Sagittarius. Please clarify. Oh. Okay. Let's take a look at your cards, shall we? Okay, the first card out is the Queen of Cups. Then you have the 5 of Swords. And then you have the 5 of Pentacles, clarified by the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. 8-8. Oh, wow, look at that. You've got the Page of Pentacles, you've got an 8 of Wands, and the Fool. 8-8-8. Abundance, darling. 888, abundance. Okay, let me take my glasses off and read me. Okay, so the first card out for you is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is this wonderful, incredible mother. She's very helpful. She helps people to the detriment of herself at times. So sometimes when she comes into a reading, you're being asked to take care of yourself, to make sure that you pamper yourself, help yourself before others. But what's interesting is you've got the Five of Swords clarifying the Queen of Cups. And the Five of Swords is about conflict, right? It's about winning an argument at any cost. And so I feel that somebody may take advantage of you. And in a way that is, somebody may, what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody may view your open-heartedness and your willing to help as a weakness. So there's there's a conflict at hand. Now, okay, so this conflict, you could be in an argument with someone or in a conflict with someone, and it's an argument that kind of can't be won by either party. Sometimes it's important to kind of look at your limitations and understand that you need to let go and let the other, look, what did I hear? Let go of this argument and let the other person be wrong. I think that's what it is. Let the other person be wrong. The Five of Swords comes in when there's winning an argument is by humiliating or personally insulting someone. And this is the cups are ruled by emotions, right? So sometimes it's like, you know that you really shouldn't take it this far, but you kind of can't help it. And either you will be humiliated or you could humiliate somebody else. Well, and with the Queen of Cups, it's saying take care of yourself and take care of others. Be kind and compassionate, and don't insult anyone personally in an argument, even if it's your lover. You know, some people really go in at each other in an argument, and it's really nasty. So choose to respect your partner and make sure that your partner respects you. Or anyone else for that matter. Now, the next card, you've got another five. So it's about fives and eights here. This is interesting because this is about change. Fives mean change. And so, look, this is the thing. Okay, so this is about deprivation, right? So the Five of Pentacles is about feeling deprived. There's no other way to say this. And how do you get from deprivation to abundance, right? Because when you're feeling deprived, you attract more depravity, right? So the antidote to deprivation is gratitude. That's the antidote. The more you're grateful, the more gratitude you express, the more grateful you will be, and the more things to be grateful for will fall in your lap. Now, I have the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords is feeling trapped, feeling like you'll never get out of this depravity. But the Eight of Pentacles, I feel that you'll get out of this by going back to school, by learning. I don't mean going back to school you don't have to go back to school. Some of you may choose to, but there are other ways of educating yourself these days. You can, do it by being, working as an apprentice. This is known as the apprentice card. You can learn through someone else. You can volunteer for someone and learn that way. You can, so you're getting a craft by volunteering. You can also take courses, or, there's lots of ways that you can learn new crafts. And this is really about learning things experientially, because I know you're feeling deprived. So you're thinking that you can't afford to go back to school anyway. So you need to learn something. Maybe you can learn anything on YouTube. Let's face it, you really can. Anything you want to learn, you just type it in and there's somebody teaching it. So you need to kind of learn something. You've got to get out of your head. This is an illusion. This is you being a prisoner of your mind. Look, she's got a blindfold on, and she's not a prisoner. She took the blindfold off. She'd see there's a path right there. She can move out. We are prisoners of our minds sometimes, right? Don't allow your mind to lock you up. Don't allow it to chain you down. So meditation also is the antidote to this feeling, the feeling of being trapped. Because your mind's telling you there's no solution, you'll never have money, you'll always be poor, you can't do this, you can't go, blah, 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 blah. And you have listened to it for so long, you believe it. And you've actually encaged yourself and imprisoned yourself in this storyline, right? So this full moon is about awakening. It's about seeing that. It's about recognizing the truth. It's about recognizing how you've put yourself in that situation. And it's also, and it's not about being, dogmatic and punishing yourself and judging yourself. It's not about that. It's about moving forward with lessons learned. Learn from the past. Don't repeat the past in the future, or you won't be free. And Sagittarius, you are all about freedom. You want to soar high and free. You want to be free. That's your nature. Freedom and higher education. Now, ruled by Jupiter, darling. So this Jupiter T-square is really going to affect a lot of you Sagittarians. Now, the next card is the Page of Pentacles, and look how opulent and abundant he looks. This is about getting paid. This is about you starting to reap the rewards of your hard work. It's like when the crocuses come out in the spring and the daffodils, and they just push up out of the ground. That's what you're seeing. And the Page of Pentacles is, it's an opportunity, darling. This is it's a lucrative opportunity. Look how luxurious and affluent he looks. The peacock is pure luxury. And he's holding that big gold pentacle in his hand. So things are really turning around for you. I really feel that you're going to get paid. And you've got the 8 of Wands. That's more, things are going to happen quite fast for you. I feel that things are really going to take off for you. As long as you get out of your head and you don't, I think you need to treat people with kindness, compassion, get out of your head. Don't believe that chatter in your mind that you can't, you won't, you'll never, don't listen to that negative voice. Hear it and say, thanks, but no thanks. So the 8 of Wands is things are happening quickly, and right next to it is the Fool. This is a new journey for you. This is a new life. You're starting something brand new. And exciting. Look upon this change as an adventure. don't be in fear of it. Embrace it. And that's what we all have to do this week. We have to embrace that change and understand that things are happening for a reason, and run with it, darling. Run with it. Run all the way to the bank, Sagittarius. Things are happening for a reason, and it's a very good reason. Things will be much better for you. Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, families, neighbors, and social media if you can. Help me grow this channel. I'd really appreciate that. And comment. I always answer every comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.